How's it going, guys? Okay, so in this video, we're going to be setting up quite a number of things. We're going to basically be testing the whole application. We're going to register a new user and test and see if it will send an email notification for the user to what you call it to register. I mean to verify the account and so forth. Now, I don't. There's quite a number of things, like I said, that we're going to need to do. So I don't want to waste time. So the first thing I need to do is here within the index page. We're going to create another method. So I'm going to just copy this and paste it there. All right. So if you remember within our the HTML or the email HTML body that we created, this is the link that's going to go to our server, right? Or our application. So I need to copy that verify account route over there. And that's the one we're going to be placing here. Okay. And then I'm just going to change that and say get verify accounts, and then I'm gonna do the exact same thing there, change that, but I'm gonna remove the get. Okay, Z, and copy that, paste it over there. All right, and then we're gonna get the account verification view. So what I need to do is account verification. Hopefully I've spelled it right. Okay, and then page title will be verify account. Okay, so we're just gonna change that there. Do the same thing there. All right, so this is gonna return the verify account or account activation page. Okay, now the other thing that I need to do is, all right, just verifying that everything is in order. All right, so here within the admin accounts. So if you remember, we are validating the form if everything is correct, along with all the credentials that are needed to be then set the token string, along with registering the user with the hash password. So now within our email messenger or over here, remember the email is gonna be from a user or from the system email to the user with the subject, with the text body, and so forth. So here within the admin account, we need to call that email functionality. So we're gonna say, I think I should put that in a try block. Uh, so here I'll say mail mail messenger dot HTML messenger. So the email is obviously going to be from support at some company.co.za, and then the next email is going to be to the user. So we're going to get this email over here. So we're going to place that there. And then what else? We're going to need to take the subject. Okay. So the subject is going to be verify account. And then the body, what we're going to do first is get that HTML. So it's HTML dot email HTML body. So remember, it needs to send along the verification token along with the email. So the same thing, what we need to do is pass in, what we're going to do is pass in that verification token along with the email. Okay, so we need to set that to a string. I'm just gonna call it email body, which is gonna equal to that. And then obviously here for our body, that's what we send out, email body. Okay, so um, just gonna put a sys out there, system. Um, all right. Okay, so um, all right. So just to recap, we what we are doing here is obviously we are registering the user, and then from there on, we're gonna send the verification token, what you call it, an email, which is going to be passed into this HTML email body over here, which is what we set in because we need to get these strings from the query, from the URL string, or the query string, if you want to call it that. So it's going to pass it there and set it along. We've set it within this email string here, which is what's going to be sent with the email. So let me just also set a message over there. All right. Okay. All right. So one thing I want to do is set the user to active, otherwise we won't be able to log in. So it goes to true. Okay, so with the admin account we should be able to log in. All right, so just before we do the testing, just remember, with this email message here, we are using Mailtrap, and so make sure whatever credentials you put in here are the correct ones. So these are my credentials, and so we can then proceed to testing our email. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is run the server or run the application, and then when it's back we're going to test and see if when we register the user, does it send the email or not. All right, I'm going to pause the video for now. All right guys, so the server is now up and running, so let's try and log in as the admin. Okay, so I'm going to say admin. uh, okay, so we are in the admin page now, so we're going to go to add users. All right, so I'm just going to add a basic user. Let me just see, we don't have a John Doe in here, so I'm just going to create a John Doe, as you can see there. and I'll just say, and then obviously we're just gonna create him as a basic user. All right, so this is all this is the information, right? And then remember, within here, what we are doing is within here, what we are doing is we're checking for we're validating the form. If everything passes well, along with the password, if they do match, we set the verification token, we hash the password, and then we register the users. And then we are getting that very same user and verification token, and we are setting it here within the email body. And then we're gonna send the email through to that particular user. So let's test it out and see if it works. uh, let's just check here. Okay, as you can see, it's trying to connect now to the SMTP server. Okay, so it looks like it succeeded. Let's check now. Okay, so the we were able to add the user into the system, but let's just see if there were no errors. Okay, successfully delivered. All right, so now if you go to Mailtrap, if I go into the demo mailbox over there, all right, as you can see, we got our email. So if you click on it there, all right, so that's our message over there. Hopefully the link works. Let's check the link. All right, as you can see, we managed to get the token. There's the token and the email. All right, so if we check within the database, let's refresh. So that's our user there. So if you check that token over there, OB45F566. So basically that's exactly the email, I mean the verification token we got there, and along with the email. So again, guys, I'm pretty much aware that this may not be the safest way or the correct way or one of the best practices, but this will do for now. So now the next thing we need to do is what you call it, verify this token along with that email, and then allow the user to change the password and register within the system. So now what we need to do is I'm just gonna stop the server and then close that. All right, so um, what we need to do is here within the index controller, I think. Yeah, so here we're going to create a post mapping for that verify account. So this is going to be a post mapping. I'm going to change that to verify account. And then all right, so the first thing is after they successfully change their password, it's going to go to the what you call it, it's going to go to the success page. uh, all right, and then okay, so here what we need to do is um, parameter we need to get is that, and then obviously the other one is email. All right, so the other parameters we're gonna need are in the um, verification, what you call a page. So it's basically the password and confirm password. So within the index controller over there, just gonna indent this, so I'll put this on the next line. I'm gonna say request, then we're gonna need the password, and then we're gonna need confirm password. Okay, so first check I'll do is to see if the password's met. All right, so I'll say password dot equals, right. If they don't match, we then gonna redirect the user back. um, I need to change this. Okay, so if the passwords do not match, we're just gonna redirect them back to the account verification page, um, and then notify them that the passwords do not match. um, I need to also add that message here at the bottom. So obviously the message will be passwords do not match. Okay. Okay, so here within, I want to copy this, not this one. Okay, this is the message I want to copy. Right, and then I'm going to paste it right above there. So I'm going to copy that and paste it there. Okay, so that's our error message set up there. So we're gonna just check and see if the passwords match. Otherwise, if everything is all well, we then proceed to update the user's password. Update the user's password. Okay, so that means we need to create a method within our application DAO.